Alrighty, and we are live. All right, I'll just wait and see if we've got a couple of people coming in here because it's been a little while since I've been on YouTube and a lot of stuff has happened. So I suggest, or at least I'm gonna try to. I'll keep everybody updated with what's going on, and yeah, we'll just go from there. So I suppose I'll give it until possibly the 1 minute mark, and then we will go from there because there is, like I said before, there is quite a lot to discuss, and I've got a little bit of time, got like half an hour, 45 minutes. So I say we can get right into it. It's gonna be a good time. It's gonna be a very good time. And we are about to reach the 1 minute mark. And three, two, one. Here we go. All right, everybody. Everybody who is in the stream or eventually going to be in the stream, I just want to say hi. How's it going? I hope everybody is staying safe, staying cautious. When you get the chance, go out and get vaccinated. That's what I'm gonna say about that, because the quicker we can return to normal life, the quicker everything can get so much better. So, all right, let's get started on the updates when it comes to my feature film. As most of you probably know, a little while ago, I started the journey of creating a feature film. Well, that feature film, funny enough, is actually in post-production right now, and it's very close to being done. I just have to wait for the audio and the score to get back to me, and once those two things get back to me and a couple of my crew members will be ready to send it out into the field, into the film festival circuit, and that's very, very exciting for us. And hopefully it will go well. We have a lot of faith in the project. We worked extremely hard on it, and honestly, for me it was a very, very close, very personal passion project, and I'm very proud with how it turned out. Now, in terms of what's coming on down the pipeline, for anybody that's showing up here, I just have to say that I have teamed up with a new writing partner, and we are working on what is going to be a Last of Us slash a Resident Evil fan crossover feature film. And I have to say that in terms of what we're doing with it, I'm not going to say too much. I will say, though, that I think it's one of my favorite scripts to have been a part of, to be a part of writing and in the creation of. It's one of my, honestly, I'm excited to see how everything turns out, to see how everything progresses, because for me personally, it is by far, I think it might be the best thing I've worked on so far, even though it is still in the pre-production phase, considering how much passion me and my writing partner are putting behind it. And my writing partner she's incredible. And Christian Knight, good to see you, man. Good to see you in the chat. Hope you're doing very, very well. But yeah, so in terms of everything that's going on right now, besides that, on the acting front, I also have a couple of auditions coming up for certain projects down the road, and I'm excited for where everything's going. So in terms of where that's at, I suppose I'll just fill people in with everything that's going on as people enter the chat, or if they don't, they can just rewatch it and then put comments in the comment section. But it is what it is. But thank you for the moment, Christian Knight. Thank you for showing up, and thank you to everybody else who may or may not show up down the road, down the pipeline, because I know that for me, I haven't returned to YouTube in a very, very long time. And it's always nice when I get the chance, when I get a couple of minutes to come and do these kinds of live streams. So yeah, I mean, that's what I got to say about that. So how are you doing, Christian? How's life treating you? And Hector Gonzalez, hey buddy, how's it going? How are you doing? It's good. Good to see you. Good to see you here. Um, okay, so Hector, I guess to sort of fill you in on what I've been talking about here is that my feature film Suffocation, it's almost completed in post-production, and I will be sending that out into the film festival circuit here pretty soon. And then I have a new writing partner, that I'm so happy and proud to be working with this person because they're really passionate and they know what they're doing, and it's fantastic. And we've decided that we want to make a Last of Us and Resident Evil crossover film. And for me, I think in terms of the scripts that I've been able to be a part of or write, I think for me it is the best. And for me, I think it's also the project at the moment that I'm currently the most excited to dig my hands into, and for us to begin fully the pre-production phase, which should be happening fairly shortly. But yeah, I mean, Hector, it is really, really exciting. I've been wanting to dig my hands and get my hands on a project like this, kind of a fan made film for quite a while. And I know a couple of years ago, me and my buddy Zach Pope, we actually made a fan based film called Wolverine versus Deadpool. That was a lot of fun. I'm excited about this one, I think more so than that one, even though that was great, because this, with what we want to do with it, we want to make it's not just like we're doing a short 10 to 12 minute short. We want to make this a full on feature because there's a story from these worlds and from these characters that we both want to tell. And we want to make it as professional as possible and to make it the best story that it can possibly be. And so it's exciting. Like, it's if I'm gonna be 100% honest, it is the project that I'm the most excited about right now. So yeah, I guess there's that. Lots of smiles and happiness. I hope everybody's staying safe. I hope everybody's taking care of yourself, because that is the most important thing, even with projects and everything else going on right now. Staying safe, staying with your loved ones, and being around the people who care about you most. That is, in my opinion, that is the most important thing above and beyond everything else. So yeah, there is that. And Hector and Christian, I'm glad to have you guys in the chat. Really am. So if you guys have any questions or anything you want to say in terms of catching up, please feel free. It's like I said before, it's been a little while since I've been on YouTube, so I gotta say that this is good, and I wanna do more of these streams. I would like to do sort of a weekly stream to catch people up on everything that's sort of going on in my world at the moment, and to catch up with you guys, because I mean, I can talk about myself all day. I know that for sure, but I want to catch up with you guys, see how you guys are doing, if you guys are staying safe, and just I want to try to slowly integrate myself back into this YouTube community, because this I was on this platform and in this community from 2016 to 2000 and I believe 2019, and I've just kind of sporadically been coming back to it. And it's one of my favorite communities, because everybody I've met on this platform, for the most part, they've just been so genuine and sweet and great to work with. And one of my best friends, Zach Pope, I met him on this very platform. So there is that. And let's see here. Is there anything else? Anything else that I want to say in terms of catching up, in terms of informing you guys what's going on? I mean, I think for the most part, other than what I have already said, it's I just got wrapped up on a short film that a buddy of mine and I wrote, and we had a pretty professional team working with us on it, and it was an absolute blast. We got to go to a new location here in our lovely state of Maine, and it's a place that neither one of us have been to, and it was great. Did you ever think you would get into the festival circuit? Well, I mean, the story that I wanted to tell with my first feature, I want to get it out to as many people and to as many places as possible. And if it can get some accolades and recognition, then great. Like that's just that's some of the little bonuses there. I've got some festivals in mind. I want to send it out to as many as possible within reason, of course, with research and all of that kind of being a part of it. But if I'm going to be perfectly honest, I don't think that was at the forefront of my mind at the very beginning of this whole process. It's just no. I guess to put it simply, no. I didn't, but eventually, as time has gone on, as time has gone on, I knew that I was going to want to enter it into some festivals and to try to get the film and the message of the film out to as many people, because it's a message that's very, very important to me. So there's that. So what have you guys been up to during this whole craziness that has been the beginning or the first 4 months of this year, almost 5 months? It's crazy. It's almost May. To be honest, I didn't know how things were going to go, but I mean, we're almost 5 months in. You look pretty snazzy today. Oh, thanks. It's 3-button down Henley. That's what I'm gonna say about that. 3-button down Henley and dry shampoo. That's about the sum of it. That is about the sum of it. But thank you, Hector. That's very kind of you. Very, very kind of you to say. Have you 101 Star Wars fan? Not yet. Oh, 101 Star Wars fan. No, I cannot say that I have. I'm gonna be getting vaccinated a week from today. I'm gonna be, and then my next appointment should be happening a few weeks after that. I'm excited about it actually happening, to say the least, because honestly, I'm excited to see people again. It's been, if I'm gonna be honest, it's been rough. I'm sure, as it has been for a lot of people. I don't want to generalize or point fingers or do anything like that. But yeah, at the end of the day, I am hey, Zach. Well, Zach Pope. Zach Pope is in my chat. You know what? I am honored, because it has been a long time. But yeah, for you guys that don't know, Zach is one of my closest friends, and we met on this platform a few years ago. So yeah, it's been, needless to say, it's been an interesting time. Now, here's my question for you, Zach. Do you want to join me in my stream right now? Because I'm more than willing to, send you a little bit of a link and get you in here. But life is pretty boring. But what can you do? Hector, that is solid. That is very solid, to say the least. Yeah, life can be pretty boring. I'm not even. Oh, that's, yeah, that's that. But anyway, Zach, to sort of catch you up on everything that's going on here, if you haven't seen, Suffocation is almost done with post-production completely and almost ready to be sent out in the festivals. And then the next project I'm super excited for is this Last of Us / Resident Evil crossover feature film that a writing partner of mine and I are currently working on. And it's a story that at the moment I am very, very proud of, with everything that is going on. And I can't wait for us to make it the best film and the best story that it could possibly be. I mean, all rights given to both Capcom and Naughty Dog Studios for creating characters and stories that are just the best, not only in the industry but by any storytelling standard. They're just phenomenal. But yeah, how are you doing, Zach? How are you doing these days? Yeah, and if you guys have any questions, I'm more than happy to answer them at this very moment. How's everybody doing? How's your day going? What do you have going on? That's the question of the day. What things do you guys have going on that you're excited about? If it's a nap, if it's a good book, if it's really anything at all, I would be so happy to hear about what's going on with you guys. Awkward silence. It got quiet in here. It got quiet in here very quickly. Holy smokes. I'm currently reading The Woman in the Window. Ever heard of it? I have not heard of it. Although I am always looking for a good book to pick up regularly. So if it's good, if you recommend it, Hector, then I guess I'm gonna have to go pick it up. Pick it up at some point down the road anyway. Your hair is so long. Is it time for a haircut? No, actually, no, it's not, because like the title says, this Last of Us / Resident Evil crossover film that I am doing with my writing partner, I'm actually playing Leon Kennedy in the film, and so I need to keep my hair long because because Leon Kennedy, for anyone who knows the Resident Evil franchise, who knows those stories, then you probably know that Leon Kennedy is not he's not a short-haired man. And so the next step for me basically is getting my hair textured, and that's about it. I'm in the middle of it. There's a movie coming out with Amy Adams next month, and I hope I can finish it soon. I didn't know that. Okay, well, I guess since there's a new film with Amy Adams coming out, I'm guessing I'm gonna have to go pick it up. That's about the sum of it. That's what it's gonna come down to. 100%. So what have you guys been up to? Like updates, anything at all? Anything at all. I'm game for any stories that you guys might have, anything you might have been up to, anything you might currently be doing. Is she your celebrity crush? No, 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 no. I am fond of Amy Adams, but she is not my celebrity crush, not by any means. I do think she would be a person to. I think she would be a cool person to sit down and talk to about the experiences and stories that she has about the industry, about her as an actress, and what I would be able to learn from her. But no, she's not. She's a great actress, but I cannot say that she's my celebrity crush. If you want to know who my celebrity crush is, that's a question and a half right there. at the moment, it's probably Anya Taylor-Joy because she's Anya Taylor-Joy. What can I say? She's a brilliant actress. She's great at what she does. That's all. I'm just going to leave that there. And Queen's Gambit is, I think, as of right now. Oh no, if I count anime into that, I'm gonna say, gosh, I just watched Death Note again recently. Have you guys ever seen that show? Have you guys ever seen Death Note? It's, for me, I think it might be one of the best shows, or at least the first 20, one of the first, or the first 25 episodes of Death Note, I think might just be the most tightly written cat and mouse game. I do like Sherlock though, but I think those compete with each other. Anyway, let's see what we got going on. Her most recent movie hasn't gotten great buzz, so hopefully we can get her back on track. Well, this is what I'm gonna say about that, because here's the thing: being an actor, not every project you're going to do is going to be fantastic. I'll just lay that right out on the table. But I will say that most of the time when you're on set, it's always a blast, always fun, always great to get new experiences and meet new people. Let's see here. She is Argentinian. She speaks perfect Spanish. Did not know that. I saw the original Japanese anime. My siblings would say, and what did they think about it? For me, like I said before, I do like Sherlock, but if I'm going to be honest, and it's probably because I just recently watched it again, I think the first 25 episodes of Death Note might very well be the most tightly written cat and mouse game I have ever seen. But then again, I could go watch Sherlock and change my opinion on the fly again, but we'll see. Hey, Joey's Movie Blog. Hope you're doing good, man. Hope you're doing good. The most recent show I got into was Lupin on Netflix. They like it. All right. Well, I have not seen Lupin. Unfortunately, I don't have a lot of. One thing you guys will learn about me is because of everything I got going on, I don't really have a lot of time for movies and television right now. I wish I did, because there's a lot of stuff I wish I could just sit down and watch. I want to see The Witcher, but I haven't had the opportunity to sit down and watch The Witcher like I would like to. I haven't watched Sherlock since high school, and for some reason, I never watched the recent season. Well, I've seen. The one thing I can say is that the last season is the most disappointing for me, but I still think it's I think it's a pretty good show. The season is a pretty good season. I think it's pretty well written, and just going from there. That's that. I do recommend it. If you're a fan of all the previous seasons of Sherlock, then I do recommend watching it. Though I haven't watched Sherlock in such a long time. And once again, more than likely, that's because I don't have the time to sit down and watch an hour and a half of an episode of TV, let alone the 4.5 hours that is the entirety of every season of Sherlock. Lupin kind of has Now You See Me 9 to 5, and it's quite ironic since the director of the movie directed the first 3 episodes or so. That's interesting. If I'm gonna be honest, I wasn't that big of a fan of Now You See Me. I do like Daniel Radcliffe. I do like, even though that was Now You See Me too. But anyway, I am a fan of the cast of the Now You See Me films. It's just those films, they just weren't for me. I bet they were a lot of fun to work on. Like, I can't imagine the kind of magic tricks that all those actors picked up. That must have been an experience and a half. Jeez, I'm crow. All right, and I think with this stream, I'm gonna do, well, let's say 5 to 10 more minutes, unless it feels good, and then I'm gonna call it and go get myself some food. All right, the first one was decent. I don't mind the sequel that much. I don't remember the sequel that much. Yeah, that's the funny thing about movies, is that something you watch up front, and then you enjoyed in the movie theater, a little while down the road, you can just completely forget it. It's like cinema hypnosis. You walk in, have a good time, walk out, completely forget the movie. At least that was me with a few things. Very rare that something like Death Note. Have you read the Watchmen comic? I read that as well, and I quite dug it. I know a lot of people who've read Watchmen, and I have been told time and time again that I need to watch Watchmen. Or read the comic, I should say. I've seen the film, have not seen the TV show. But I have been told that I should read it over and over and over again. And I just, I haven't really had the chance to. Or I should say I haven't gotten around to it. Let's put that out there. I love reading, but I haven't gotten around to Watchmen, even though I should have watched it by now. But what are you gonna do? Let's see here. All right, 2 people still in the chat. Well, for the 2 of you that are still here, I want to say thank you very much. Thank you for sticking it out. Thank you for sticking it out. I feel like the Final Jeopardy theme should be playing it right now, but that might just be me. Oh gosh. Well, once again, thank you for everybody that's in the chat right now, for everybody who has stuck around through this live stream. Just thank you so much. I like watching movies, but I always procrastinate. I don't want to. That's clever, Hector. I think I'm probably gonna have to steal that from you, because that's really good. I like watching movies. I just procrastinate watching them. I like that. I like that quite a bit. Well, anyway, I think what I'm gonna do, because I'm actually pretty hungry at the moment, is I'm gonna head off of the stream. I hope all of you have a fantastic rest of the day or evening or whatever your time zone is at the moment. I hope you're having a phenomenal time, and I hope you have a phenomenal day.